Congratulations, insert name. You have been successful in passing your entrance examination to be put on the path to eventually become a Space Marine. You truly are the toughest 10 to 12-year-old in your village / hive city / factory complex. We all know that resistance to light and extreme malnourishment breeds only the toughest children. Maybe the final battle royale was a bit too much, but you did great work. You got straight up primal out there. Your fellow initiates welcome you with open arms, or at least they would do if their arms were still attached to their bodies. You are well on your way to becoming one of the strongest and most reliable automated servitors enslaved to this great chapter. And let me tell you what a great career of loading and firing a support weapon you have in front of you. Tarantulas, rapiers, thunderfire cannons, even shoulder-mounted heavy bolters and multi-melters. There will be literally nothing you can't do, apart from operating independently away from your tech marine handler. Sorry, hold on. I'm hearing that servitors are removed from all frontline combat roles within the Space Marine forces with the release of the new codex. Well, it looks like we're going to have to train you up to become a Space Marine Scout instead. Wait, am I going too fast? Allow me to explain. Space Marines don't just grow on trees, they grow in labs out of new recruits. In this process, we can replace unnecessary thoughts such as doubt, hunger, and artistic expression with brand new chapter-approved emotions like total obedience, love for the Emperor, and hate for literally anything else. We received some new kit from the Adeptus Mechanicus recently, so you will look much more stylish than ever before with an all-new plastic kit that breaks the tradition of metal scout models looking really nice and plastic ones looking terrible. The only bad news is that those sniper rifles that allowed you to deal death from far away and in the relative safety of cover have all been given to the new Primaris Eliminators. There is still one allowed per squad, however investigations are ongoing as to the necessity of a silenced sniper rifle and camo cloak in a squad where the sergeant is yelling battle hymns while loudly revving his chainsword. Now comes the question of what uniform you want to wear. Either the boring and borderline heretical Mark Copplestone pattern of power armor, or the much more daring Jez Goodwin pattern. Of course, you've made the right choice. I wouldn't worry too much about if your uniform is suitable for advanced positions on the battlefield as you slip into your giant oversized shoulder ruffles. Just imagine how stylish you'll be as you scythe through the enemies of the Emperor. The Landskinecks of Old Earth wore similar clothes to make up for the fact that they were almost certainly going to be maimed or killed in battle. But don't worry, many millennia have since passed and your chances of survival have been massively improved by the addition of heavy armor around key parts of the body such as the upper chest and the critical shin area. After all, we're in the 90s now, and it's not just fantasy women who have wildly impractical armor. This is what equality looks like. This is exactly what Sinead O'Connor would have wanted. Of course, the codpiece has stayed the same because you can't improve on perfection. You might have noticed that a lot of the Primaris Vanguard units look like they are just better version of Space Marine Scouts. Reavers have grav chutes, heavy bolt pistols, knives and skull masks to terrify enemies. Infiltrators have marksman bolt carbines and individual comm systems on their backpacks that can disrupt enemy reinforcements. Incursors can see through walls and use haywire mines to storm enemy positions, but on closer inspection they are all lacking the crucial shin armor that you have been blessed with, and once you notice that, it kind of makes them look like they are wearing stockings, suspenders and high heels. Some would say that harvesting this planet's entire population of fighting-age children to participate in a giant battle royale was an inefficient process to gain a handful of recruits, and we advise those people to not repeat their heresy out loud for too much longer. The Space Marines are here to enforce the Pax Imperialis, the Emperor's peace, and bring stability and prosperity throughout the galaxy, and that is exactly what we do here in the War Bastards chapter. New recruits such as yourself get a chapter-approved bowie knife and a chapter-approved bolt pistol and sent forth to stab and explode larger and much more dangerous enemies in the name of the Emperor. The pistols even have silencers so that you can... Oh, sorry, hold on. The silencers were non-chapter approved and have been destroyed. You also have bolt guns and shotguns, but in situations that require stealth, we recommend just using them as clubs. The ideal training environment for new recruits is of course the hive ships of the Tyranid fleets. All historical media involving contact with hostile aliens has been looked at by our advanced data cogitators, and they tell us that Tyranids can take weeks or months to wake up from their long naps, and the process of purging them can be carried out in a smooth and safe controlled environment. Luckily, if you do run into anything a little more challenging than we expect, you can call in the elite Terminators of the First Company who speedrun Space Hulks all the time. While you are waiting for your deployment of Terminators to fly across the deep space void in boarding torpedoes to rescue you, spend your time trying to engage the monsters with your single squad-issued missile launcher. Here's a tip. We've found that loudly praying to the Emperor lulls the monsters back into a trance that should allow you to gain the upper hand. You can also request a heavy bolter which fires a hellfire Hellfire shell, which is famously good at destroying large and dangerous... Oh, sorry, hold on. The Hellfire shells have all been packed up and given to the Death Watch, who are much better with them. Once you have survived that, you can become a full-fledged Space Marine. Of course, here in the War Bastards, things are a little bit different. You see, Space Marine chapters are capped at 1,000 full Space Marines, but you can't become one until you complete the Rite of Ascension. Therefore, a chapter wanting to be as large and dangerous as possible can have as many scouts as it can support, as long as none of them ever pass the final exam. This is what we call a loophole that good old Robert put in the Codex Astartes. So your fellow 20,000 scouts welcome you aboard. The chapter can supply you with as many scout bikes and land speeder storms as you like. The rest of us will be cheering you on and offering encouraging Vox transmissions from the closest battle barge. Sorry, hold on. I'm just getting word that the bikes and the land speeders are being pulled. However, you do get a single grappling hook that we managed to borrow from some Primaris Reavers. Sorry, hold on. I'm just getting word the grappling hook is a prop and has no effect on the battlefield. Now you have completed your mandatory recruitment video, go forth with the aid of Sergeant Tellion, a legendary scout commander of the Ultramarines who has lent his talent to the chapter for over 300 years and become a critical part of... Oh, no, hold on. Sorry, Tellion was either recently killed in action or just disappeared. Well, it looks like you're on your own. This message was brought to you by the War Bastards recruitment service. To sign up, see the link in the description below. Or, if you want to listen to other propaganda videos, we think you'll just love this one on the Orc Shock Attack gun here, and we'll see you next time.